So our flight has been delayed, and so we're still here in the Toronto airport, and it is now 10 after 3. We have an hour until our flight leaves at the rescheduled time.
It's supposed to leave an hour ago.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't miss our connection in New York.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Catherine the 19th. Here on this channel, I love to talk about creativity, business, lifestyle, and travel. Today, I want to take you on a journey to Puerto Rico. Way back in the winter when Emily, Dan, and I were getting super sick of the weather here in Canada, we started dreaming about going somewhere tropical as a graduation celebration. We chose Puerto Rico because, to be honest, Lin-Manuel Miranda told us to.
But keep Puerto Rico in your heart. If you can go to Puerto Rico for your next vacation, hotels are open for business. Tourism is the lifeblood of Puerto Rico.
But real talk, since we knew the hurricane in Puerto Rico totally ravaged the island, we heard that they were trying to build up their economy again with tourism, and so we decided that if we wanted to go somewhere warm, we might as well go to Puerto Rico and spend some of our tourism dollars there. Boom bam, baby. So it's approximately midnight and we've just booked plane tickets to Puerto Rico. It's exciting that we've finally made our decision. Now let's take it back to the beginning when we were still in Waterloo packing for the trip. Okay, we are working on packing for Puerto Rico, which is very exciting. We leave tomorrow, so it's about time that I'm doing some packing. This is a bag of clothes, liquids in a clear bag. This is our drone backpack, and this is gonna be the backpack Dan carries. I'll just give you a look here at everything that I'm bringing kind of camera tech-wise, because I always find that interesting. And this trip, I'm actually challenging myself, and you may say this is, you know, a waste of a good thing, but I'm actually not bringing my DSLR with me, and I'm only going to be shooting on my Sony RX100, which I'm currently filming on. The Sony RX100, my go-to vlogging camera. So all I am bringing camera-wise is this camera, the drone, and my GoPro. And additionally, tech-wise, just bringing my backup batteries for the RX100, as well as my external hard drive so that I can, you know, put everything on it as I'm shooting so that we don't lose anything, hopefully. All right, we've made it to the airport, you know, healthy 3 hours early, but we've been here for a while, ate some lunch, and now we're waiting for our flight. Here's Dan and Emily. We have a flight from Toronto to New York, and then a 3-hour layover in New York, and then our flight to San Juan. So we'll be arriving in San Juan around midnight tonight, so you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Yeah?
And then you should show the people you're out.
Oh, here, Emily, you film my outfit of the day. Let me get it on.
Okay. This is how Katie showed up to the airport today.
And then I have my backpack.
She's got her backpack. She's got the cool Canada thing.
I've got socks that go up much higher than you.
That's the
See that?
reason. Much higher than they would need to.
You're both dads. You're both my dads.
Welcome to New York. You might be wondering, how did we get here? Well, it's a long story. Whatever, but I really want to go to Times Square. Okay, let's do it then. So now we're gonna take the train 45 minutes to Manhattan. It is now 9 o'clock. So we're gonna party. just about an hour from our hotel. So this is all fun and great, but how did we end up in New York City? So our flight has been delayed. And so we're still here in the Toronto airport, and it is now 10 after 3. We have an hour until our flight leaves at the rescheduled time.
Supposed to leave an hour ago.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah, so we're just wandering around now and finding something to do before it leaves. So hopefully we don't miss our connection in New York. We ended up in New York City for the night because our flight from Toronto to JFK was delayed by about 3.5 hours. There was issues with the plane and we kept seeing mechanics come out and try to fix it. There it is. Let's hope they get that fixed for us.
Please fix our plane.
And we ended up leaving a full 3.5 hours later than our flight was scheduled to. By some miracle of piloting, the plane was still able to make it to New York at the exact time that our connection was supposed to be leaving. We still didn't manage to catch the flight to San Juan, even though we were sprinting through the airport going as fast as we could. I got left behind because I was pulling the suitcase and Dan had just run ahead of me to try to stop the attendants at the gate to let us on the plane. But just as he was showing up to the gate, he saw the door to the jetway close and ended up standing there in front of the gate attendant just panting as she said, "Can I help you?" And Dan was like, "Yes, that's my flight." But by that time, it was too late. We were officially stuck in New York for the night. All right, so here we are at JFK Airport, still in New York City. Here is the story. There wasn't another flight to San Juan until 8 a.m. the next morning, so we ended up taking the next possible flight and arriving in San Juan just after noon the next day. Welcome to San Juan, Puerto Rico. I think it all ended up working out okay because our Airbnb was just a little bit hard to find. So I think it was actually useful for us that we were showing up at noon instead of midnight because it would have been pretty sketchy walking down that alley into our non-lit open stairwell to get to our Airbnb in the middle of the night. So you know what? It all worked out okay, and we ended up getting to hang out in New York for the evening. Delta, of course, paid for our hotel stay, which was nice, and they also covered the $20 breakfast at the hotel the next morning, which is just outrageous. Like, we definitely would not have paid for it ourselves. So we ended up back in our hotel room at like 1 a.m. and went to bed and got ready to leave the next morning to go back to the airport to get on our flight to San Juan. By this point, I had had fun in New York, but I was really ready just to make it to Puerto Rico to get the rest of the trip going. From then on though, it was pretty much smooth sailing. We got on our flight on time and then headed for Puerto Rico. Make sure you stay tuned to next week's episode to see all of the exciting stuff we got up to while we were in San Juan. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future Puerto Rico or other travel videos here on Catching the 19. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I hope you're following your dreams, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.